And that is why immigration attorneys across the United States are telling their clients right now, do not wait another day. On March 17, 2026, a federal appeals court gave the green light to one of the most aggressive deportation policies the United States has seen in decades. And if you are an asylum seeker, a visa overstay, or anyone with an uncertain immigration status right now, what happened in that courtroom affects you directly. By the end of this video, I am going to walk you through exactly what this court decision means, who is at risk, and 5 clear steps you can take right now to protect yourself and your case. Let us start with what actually happened. The First Circuit Court of Appeals issued a 2-1 ruling on March 17, 2026, allowing the Trump administration to continue what is being called third country deportations. This policy allows the Department of Homeland Security to fly migrants not back to their home countries, but to entirely separate countries where the migrant has no connection, no family, no language, and no legal status. A lower court judge had previously blocked this policy. That block was appealed, and the appeals court sided with the administration. Deportations resumed immediately after the ruling. This is not a hypothetical policy. It is already happening, and the pace is accelerating. So what exactly is a third country deportation, and why is it so controversial? Under this policy, DHS has the authority to arrange agreements with foreign governments, countries like South Sudan and El Salvador, and fly migrants there instead of returning them to their country of origin. The receiving country either detains them or facilitates their removal from there. The United States covers the cost of these arrangements. The Trump administration has described this policy as targeting, in their words, barbaric criminals who are dangerous to American communities. But legal advocates and civil rights organizations argue the reality on the ground is very different. They say the policy is sweeping up people with pending asylum claims, people who have lived in the United States for years, and individuals who have never been convicted of any crime. The district court judge who originally blocked the policy wrote in his ruling that it was unlawful and that it violated constitutional protections around due process. His position was that individuals facing deportation to a third country, a country they have no connection to, must have the opportunity to raise a fear of persecution in that country before being sent there. The appeals court disagreed and said the policy can continue while the legal battle plays out, and the legal battle is far from over. Here's the timeline so you can understand where this stands. The policy itself began in early 2025. Lawsuits were filed almost immediately. The administration won an emergency stay at the Supreme Court level that allowed early deportations to proceed. Then a lower court issued a block. That block has now been overturned by the appeals court. A full hearing before the First Circuit is expected within weeks, and legal observers believe this case is likely headed to the Supreme Court, especially given that the court is already watching related immigration cases involving temporary protected status and birthright citizenship. What does this mean in real life for real people? Imagine arriving in a country you have never been to. You do not speak the language. You have no money. You have no contacts. You do not know the legal system. You do not know if the streets are safe. And you arrive there not by choice, but because a government put you on a plane and landed you there. That is what third country deportation looks like in practice. Venezuelans with no connection to Mexico, Africans flown to El Salvador. Some of those individuals were later sent from those countries back to their original home countries anyway, countries they had originally fled because of danger. The government has released images and descriptions framing those deported as violent offenders, but lawsuits filed by affected individuals and advocacy organizations claim that people with no criminal history, people with pending asylum cases, are being caught in this policy as well. And the question that matters most for anyone watching this right now is, could this happen to you? If you have a pending asylum application, if you entered the country without authorization, if you have a visa overstay, if your temporary protected status is uncertain, you need to understand your exposure under this policy and you need to act now. In the short term, deportation activity is going to increase. DHS is actively negotiating agreements with additional African nations to expand the number of countries available for third country removal. The administration is on track with its broader mass deportation agenda, and this appeals court ruling gives it significant momentum. In the longer term, the full First Circuit ruling and a potential Supreme Court review could either halt or permanently authorize this policy. But those decisions are months away, and deportation flights are not waiting for the Supreme Court. We are a new channel committed to giving you honest and clear U.S. immigration news. If this information is important to you or someone you know, please subscribe right now. We are building this channel specifically for immigrants and families who need real information, not confusion. Now, here are 5 steps you can take right now to protect yourself. Step 1. If you have not filed for asylum and you believe you have a valid fear of persecution, file as quickly as possible. Once you have a filed asylum application and a credible fear determination, your legal situation is different from someone who has no pending claim. Do not delay this. The sooner your claim is formally in the system, the sooner you have documented legal standing. Step 2. If you are facing any kind of removal proceeding or if you receive any notice from immigration authorities, get a licensed immigration attorney immediately. Specifically, an attorney can file what is called a reasonable fear objection on your behalf, a legal argument that you have a credible fear of persecution or danger in any country, including a third country, to which the government intends to send you. This objection must be raised formally and correctly. Do not try to navigate this alone. Step 3. Begin documenting right now why you would face danger, persecution, or serious harm if sent to any third country, not just your home country. Under the legal challenges to this policy, one of the central arguments is that individuals must be given a chance to demonstrate fear in the destination country. Build that documentation now. Country condition reports, personal statements, evidence of your lack of ties or connections to any potential third country, all of this matters. Step 4. If you are from Haiti, Syria, or any other country currently designated for temporary protected status, check your TPS eligibility and filing status immediately. TPS cases are also under legal challenge right now. Having an active and properly filed TPS application creates a different legal posture than having no pending status at all. Step 5. Contact your U.S. Congressional Representative's office. Every member of Congress has a constituent services team that handles immigration cases. They can submit a congressional inquiry on your behalf. For cases that are urgent or where deportation is imminent, a congressional inquiry can sometimes create a pause or trigger a review. It is not a guarantee, but it is a legitimate tool that costs nothing to use and can make a difference in time-sensitive situations. If this video helped you understand what is happening and what you can do about it, please subscribe to this channel and share this video with anyone you know who is navigating an uncertain immigration situation right now. One share could be the difference between someone knowing their options and someone getting on a plane they were not prepared for. And before you go, tell us in the comments what your current situation is. Are you in the asylum process? Do you have a pending case? Are you on a visa? We read every comment, and your question could become the next video that helps thousands of people in a situation just like yours.